Or, as I like to say, grinder.
Don't get me in trouble. Don't put my ass on grinder. Don't put my ass on grinder. I'm actually pretty serious about that. Guess what?
We're live?
We're live there. We're live there, and we're live there.
Wow.
You know what that means?
That means we're live.
Yes, it does.
Welcome to Road Comics Adventures Live.
I'm doing jazz hands now. Live.
Well, you may have to stop that.
That probably will not make its way in the road.
No, it's not going to. You're going to be in trouble there. Welcome to our show. I'm Renee Bray. This is Flip Orley, and we are here for our regular podcast. We are finished celebrating year one, and we are on day one of year two.
Yeah, you know what? So here's the deal on Spotify. Starting this podcast, do I put this season 2, episode 1, or do I wait until May, and then that's end of season 1, and we go to season 2?
I didn't know I was going to have to think and
Well,
stuff.
you think it,
I'm the pretty one.
think about it.
Remember where we agreed you'd be the smart one and I'd be the pretty one?
I'm just not responding to that because I don't want to be canceled or for man accepting or mansplaining. I don't want to be.
Wait a second, is my daughter watching?
Yeah.
We have to watch for her.
Oh, is she going to be on?
Well, who knows?
You know, we did a
You know.
podcast yesterday, which is Monday, which is not a normal day because, again, it was our 1 year anniversary from the first moment you had sent me an email. So I don't know if people are going to know that we're doing it again today and Tuesday.
Well, I put it on social media.
Yes. As I was saying, I'm not sure if people will know that we're podcasting again today. I don't know. I mean,
It is Fat Tuesday.
that's between all of you and your podcast gods. Oh, that's right. Happy Mardi Gras, everybody. By the way, everybody around the country, I think, says Mardi Gras. And unless I'm mistaken, people here in Louisiana, the way I've been doing it since 1990 is Mardi Gras.
Okay.
So it's kind of a softer, less pronounced R. Mardi Gras.
All right.
So, happy Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm all about Fat Tuesday. Except we don't like anything that says fat
Yep.
in it anymore.
Fat Tuesday is going to lead into
Except, what did you do to our dog today?
What do you mean?
What did you call her?
I said that you can't feel her ribs anymore.
That she's gotten a little chunky.
She needs, before this next trip, she needs to get back on her regimen. She needs to cut weight. I don't know what happened. She
It's happened since we took that Nebraska trip.
today I looked at her and it's like, I think her head's smaller. Like I thought she had got Beetlejuiced, which I know you haven't seen that movie, but there's a scene where this guy gets a shrunken head, and it's like I think her head shrinking, and then I put my hands on her body, and it's like, oh, her ribs used to be easier to feel. Now they're encased in padding.
And a few little snacks.
She's I can't completely blame her because she doesn't get her snacks on her own. It's not a self-dispensary.
No, and I've probably, in all the time I've been here, given her 10 bones total.
You either want to say 10 snacks or you want to say 10 milk bones. You'll never hear me use word for word that exact sentence that you just said. Because I believe there's laws against it.
Huh? I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Throwing it out there.
So I just want you to know if anybody's to blame with snack giving, it would have to be you.
Well, no, wait, because now again, I blame. If I'm being perfectly candid, I blame Janet.
Do you think that looks like a good idea? Did you see how she controlled that dog?
So here's the deal with Janet. Janet is an amazing person, wonderful with dogs. She has a place D&G Paws and Claws in her
Snack Shack,
Snack-
snack shop, or snack shack. I don't.
and so, but she used a lot of training treats for over the course of an hour to get Storm to be more responsive to commands.
As opposed to us, where she'd flip us off and walk away.
But what I think happened with Storm was she had developed an eating disorder during that 1 hour with Janet,
and it's Janet's fault.
We've been dealing with the eating disorder since that moment.
Yeah, and while you're talking about Janet, we told you a story last night about witnessing a dog fight that was horrible to watch. I actually sent that video to Janet, and she sent me back some suggestions for us to be able to help you guys in case you're ever involved where your dog gets into a fight with another dog or whatever. And actually, Storm is going to interview Janet.
Oh, how exciting!
Yes, for Pooch's Corner. We're going to bring back Pooch's Corner in the next week. We were going to get it done today, but we had terrible internet.
Horrible internet, and also we had an intervention with Storm, the Road Comics Adventures dog, about her eating disorder, and so that took up a good part of the day. We brought in I can't even think the dog's names from Wilmington, but Rita Marino
Rita
and
Percy.
Percy had a long talk with her. It was heartfelt. I remember as Percy was telling her his struggles with weight. How I felt a tear welling up.
You can't look at me and expect me not to laugh.
Well,
so,
no, it was heart wrenching. You know, Percy ended up with a gastric sleeve, and it's only because he couldn't get his eating under control, and so we're hoping to avoid the GLP-1s and the gastric sleeve for Storm, because again, she can nip it in the bud at this point. But the intervention was important, and that prevented us from filming Pooch's Corner today.
You were making magic with all this, weren't you? But you won't go on a national TV commercial for your agent.
I was sick.
You
I was really
sick.
I was sick.
He was sick. You were a sick boy for a couple of months.
I had.
And you know what was really hard about that? That was hard because I was in Orlando and you were here and traveling.
I'm like the whale, who when we're with a pod of 40 and I feel like something's wrong, I just want to sort of swim away from the pod and kind of beach myself and just like wait. So
Really? Do you realize the dog is laying right here? You spent all afternoon talking to her about her weight, and then you used the whale term.
Well, I'm just saying.
That one. Look at her face.
I was not going to complain a bunch about. I was pretty sick, and I wasn't going to complain a bunch about it. Because, why? What's it going to do? You're in Orlando at the time. Part of it I was home, and then part of it I was traveling.
You were on the road a lot, and I will tell you this: this is one of the hardest things about doing comedy, guys. Is the roads? The road can be a lot of fun, but man, if you're sick, it's tough.
It's a bit of a challenge.
It really is a challenge.
And I'll be really honest. I love the road. Have always loved the road. The thing that really, I can't say it surprised me, but it did. But it didn't. Was when my son was born. I suddenly realized that the road was no longer nearly as it was not nearly as thrilling to me to be on the road. I wanted to be home. I wanted to be with my kid. But except for the fact that I didn't want to miss a moment with him, I did and still do love being on the road.
Yeah, my kids were 5, 7, and 9 when I started comedy. They had gotten to that smart mouth stage. And I was pretty happy to get the hell out of town.
Cindy Villers Glenn,
Oh, yeah, Cindy Villers. Guess where she's from?
the Magic House.
She never lived on our street, but she's from Wilmington. She's a beautiful lady. Really good person. All the people from Wilmington. You know, I'm proud of 98% of my town. We can't see you guys today.
Well,
So we don't know who's here except for
Yeah,
Cindy.
except for Cindy. But I see little hearts occasionally pop up through the screen and whatnot.
Yeah, isn't that great? I got to tell you, last night I went through the comments after the podcast, and you guys are wonderful, and I can't tell you how much we do appreciate the support. Flip and I didn't have any idea starting this how things were going to go, and we've been really pleased just to have the followers that we have.
Viewers, follow. I don't know which is the right word, but we appreciate you all tuning in and checking us out. And the design of this podcast, as well as the design of the live show, was to have no structure. Just get up. Let's see.
Cha-ching! We made it.
We got Dee Dee. Good evening. I'm here.
Oh, hey, Dee Dee. How
From
are
Arizona.
you?
And then Stephen Boyer, also from Dallas. How dare you not see me? LOL.
Ah.
We see you now. So,
We're really glad to have you guys. Thanks.
the point of this podcast and the point of our live show is spontaneity, no structure, unscripted. At times, hopefully, it'll be amusing. At times, maybe informative. At times
Really? Did you just say that with a straight face?
At times, it'll be somewhat rambling.
I'm sorry. There's a bird loose in the house.
So, we had decided that would be fun to do. From Dee Dee, hi, I'm great. I'm in the other room watching. Oh, that's very, very sweet. Along with Mike Peters. I'm here again, too.
Oh,
Thank y'all so much. We appreciate it.
that is awesome that you're there. And guess who else is on?
Mike Peters, my partner in crime.
I know.
Yeah. Who else?
Look at my phone.
Oh, wait. Arrgh! Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark, bark. Hey, Becky, how are you?
For I guess Mike and Dee Dee.
And Steven.
And Stephen, yeah, you're fairly new too. Becky is Rebecca Thompson Waits. She's a girl I went to high school with who has retired from teaching, and she has made it her mission to fill book bags for kids so that no kid in the little town where we grew up goes to school without a full book bag and everything they need to start their school year. Becky is amazing. And he started calling her book bag Becky.
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, 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 bark.
And she actually uses that now, and I'm so excited for her.
She is delightful. Hey, I know you know very little about my people, right? Did you know my good friend Mike Peters and I have something in common
Besides hot chocolate?
besides hot chocolate?
What's that?
We have tattoos in
All the wrong
all
places?
the wrong places.
Well, I'm sure he appreciates it.
The only reason why I think it's okay that I said that, because A, I didn't specify, and B, if I remember the story correctly, and this has never happened to me before ever, but I guess occasionally people would ask Mike if they could see his tattoos, and so he I don't think he made it a secret, and then I don't know if he ever obliged or not, but I know the request was made. But he's got tattoos. He's a tattoo guy. I'm sharing with my people.
Yeah. You know what we learned from last night's show? Flip and I will never get booked to work children's parties.
And never wanted to. By the way, Stephen, we need a video of Flip scaring the fainting ghost. I'm not sure at what point we sort of lost touch a little bit, but I had fainting ghosts with my fifth and final wife, Stacia, And when she left, she took the goats with her. So I haven't been able to make a goat faint since 2018, around July 2018.
Well, if you hadn't have shown up a year ago yesterday.
You would have had goats, but I don't think you would have had fainting goats.
Oh, I wanted a couple of fainters, and I also like the screaming goats.
You need a lot of property for screaming goats.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a small yard, they're going to be like bugging you inside
I
the
was
house.
getting a 22-acre farm.
See, I could have screaming goats because I have broken ear bones, and
Me.
I literally have an app on my phone, and there's this big button on the app that says mute, and I can literally shut down my hearing. You can mute, and it works out.
And he
perfectly.
threatens me with that repeatedly several times. So there you go.
Steven says he does remember now that the station took the goats. It is unfortunate. They were great. I remember only one of the two names. We started out with three. One was a little bit sickly, so we brought it back to the goat breeder.
Right.
The male was Dozer, which was short for bulldozer. At least that's what we told people. It was actually Dozer because he would take like a dirt nap, like he was dozing. We would say like bulldozer. And then we had a female. That was the male. We had a female, and I don't remember her name. But they were adorable.
I remember my female dog's name.
Yeah.
Buttercup.
Ah, damn it. That's good. Krista Polk.
Oh, Krista Polk. You know who Krista Polk is?
Oh, everybody knows Krista Polk.
Krista Polk lived in the house behind us where Mr. Aker
Yeah.
lived. Not the magic house across the street.
No.
The one behind us, Krista Polk.
Mike Peters and Dee Dee and Steven, this is, again, I guess because it's the day after our one-year anniversary show, I'll just sort of revisit real quick. So when Renee and I started talking, she told me a little bit about her upbringing in Wilmington. And she said that she lived on a street with the house that she grew up in and one other house across the street, right? Her house across the street. That was it. That's all she said. That's all she told me. And then every time she would mention some other person from around town, she would say they lived in the house next door. And I'm thinking, like, that house had...
Or across the street.
Or across the street. I thought it was like a boarding house that had like 250 people in there. Or I thought she was just, like, effing with me. And it was driving me nuts. And so when we were just in Wilmington, we drove by her house.
Actually, they can go on YouTube, and if you look at posts, there's a picture of the neighborhood. And let me ask you, is there a picture of my house and one house across the street?
It's not a street. Literally, I kid you not, it is 10 feet long of asphalt. It's not a street. It's like calling Pluto a planet. At best, it's a streetlet.
Let me ask you,
it's not a
arrogant
street.
little...
Dude, it's 10
I'm
feet.
about ready to call you bad names.
It's 10 feet.
It is not. Can you drive a car on it? Does it have a street sign and does it have a name?
No, you can't drive a car on it.
Yes, you can.
No, you
How
can-
do you think we drove up and into the driveway and into the garage?
You can literally park on the little piece of asphalt. It's a postage stamp.
Oh my God. Go look at the pictures, people.
Jim Leonard. Good evening, kids.
Oh, hey, Jimmy Leonard. I'm glad you're here. I need you. Please tell this SOB that you can drive on the street that I grew up on and lived on.
Let's say a street is this long, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so this one.
apparently, yeah.
Her
You
street
got
was, her street was that long. You could park one
You
car.
realize
I swear,
that
I'm not kidding.
those little hand movements right there are setting me up for every size joke you can
Why do you think I learned hypnosis?
imagine.
I've got me a street, not a little streetlet going. Dee Dee says that she doesn't mind tattoos, which is, or Mike said that she doesn't mind tattoos. And by the way, Becky said she has no tattoos, but she has a very good reason.
Why is that?
She's a chicken.
Well, I don't have any tattoos yet. I have a couple that I would like to get.
The nice thing is, the Renee is wonderful at experiencing hypnosis, and she will end up being able to do any tattoos she wants, pain-free, free from any discomfort.
Yes. Unfortunately, I am awake all day, every day, so I don't get to experience that same pain-free living that you would expect during the day.
Well, and I mean this with all the care and compassion in my heart, you're being a real a-hole.
You made fun of my street. Look, all the people on this phone are going, let's go get him.
Pamela Pearson says hello.
Hey, Pam, how you feeling? Where's Jimmy Leonard?
Over here, Jimmy Leonard's over here. Pam is over here.
Okay.
We have we're on two feeds right now. We're on Facebook, Road Comics Public, and on Facebook on Renee Bray. So that's why we're bouncing back and forth.
We didn't even bother with YouTube today.
I'm mad at YouTube a little bit.
I'm kind of disgusted with YouTube. For a lot of reasons. A, he still has to go in and reload and redo everything.
Re-edit and all kinds of stuff. And then also, for whatever reason, it's so, like, I don't know how much y'all do social media, or if you're like on one platform, if you go back and forth between other ones. But every platform has its own rules. Every platform has its own tricks and tips of the road and tricks of the...
Yeah, it's made me crazy.
And that's just to get your content out there to possibly be viewed by people. And what you do on Facebook is not the same as Instagram, even though it's both owned by Zuckerberg. What you do on Facebook is not the same as Instagram, which is not the same as X, which is not the same as YouTube.
And TikTok is a whole different thing off on its own. All the posts you do and everything, it will literally make you crazy. Did you really call me an a-hole?
No, I said you're acting like an a-hole. There's a difference. You are momentarily displaying behavior that's a-hole-ish. You as a human being, you as a person, are not an a-hole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your behavior at the moment is visiting a-hole land.
What's better than where you've been? Because some days you go to Dictum, and if you don't know where Dictum is, look it up in Flip's Magic Dictionary. We have had some fun in the last year.
Well, it's been a great year. I mean, there's been, like everybody else, there's been ups and downs and whatnot, but by and large, on the whole...
You know what I got?
You got the Wheel of Misery.
No. It's Flip's Wheel of Excuses.
Flip's Wheel of Misery.
Yeah. That was one of the best mornings I've ever had here. He was asleep. I was outside drinking coffee with the dog, me and the dog. And I go, oh my God.
That was pre-eating disorder.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I got the idea of the Wheel of Excuses because, well, you just know he's loaded with them. And that was the most fun I'd had for a long time. I could not stop laughing. And we were leaving on the road that day, remember?
Yeah.
Because we get in the car. And
she spun that imaginary wheel
Whee!
so many times on that several 1,000-mile road trip. For those of you new to our little shenanigans, so I love to cook. I post cooking videos.
Oh no, we're not gonna. Dear God.
When Renee was still in Orlando and I was in Lafayette, occasionally we'd talk on the phone. She's like, "So, Flip, what you doing?" And I go, "Renee, I'm cooking." She goes, "What are you cooking?" And I'd say, "Whatever." And she goes,
Do you know the very first thing you cooked?
Enchiladas, I think.
You were making enchilada sauce. That was the very first food picture that I ever got.
She's like, "Please send me a picture. I want to see it." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I feel weird taking food pictures, but whatever." And I did. And she used to pine away. Every time we talk, it's like, "I can't wait to be in the same location so I can eat your cooking because it sounds amazing." Meanwhile, she was traveling her own journey of going completely low carb and
actually
very keto.
For the first few months, I was not low carb. I was no carb. I would eat 1 or 2 chicken breasts a day and a couple of hard-boiled eggs.
Half the time she would just stare really hard at the chicken egg, at the hard boiled egg, and she would imagine what it tasted like. And that
And
was
for people that don't know, I'm very happy to say I've dropped 100 pounds in, well, as of tomorrow. I started a year ago tomorrow.
so. But like I can't wait to eat what you cook, and I started altering my cooking so that it wasn't no carb, and it would maybe kind of borderline keto, borderline, but I would reduce the number of carbs. It's on a balance beam scale. It's like
You know what? I'm looking at you doing that and going, I'm the one that has to make the intro videos for your cooking stuff. Don't go because I don't know how to do that yet.
So I would try to make it as low carb as I possibly could while maintaining good texture, great flavor, and sort of the integrity of the meal. So for instance, I used to make chili with like beans. And since, going lower carb or as low as carb as possible.
Yeah, and this is where, call me an a-hole all you want.
I didn't call you. I said you're displaying a-hole behavior.
Yeah, ask any of the women. Dee Dee, sounded like he called me an a-hole. Didn't it to you?
Don't jump on the woman bandwagon. It's like, oh, sisterhood,
Oh.
we're all going to stick together. Just,
Oh, sisterhood.
just be honest.
Look, Mike, I could hear Mike's tightening up, going, don't get him going, Flip. Don't start.
Any
crap.
guy in a relationship is going to go, oh, the Renee's right. But in their mind, they're like, I'm saying that just to stay safe. Ladies, you don't have to have all girl power when the girl...
We don't have to, but we do.
When the girl that's saying something is not completely accurate. I said you're displaying a-hole behavior. You're anything but an a-hole.
Yeah, I know that.
Although you have a-hole behavior once in a while.
Well, let me tell you what. Now I'm going to be nice to you. Because that'll kill you. See? See, now
No,
which would you rather have?
Let's go a-hole.
Yeah, well, screw that because we're doing things my way.
So, but I was just getting...
No.
So I was getting to the point where when Renee finally moved here, I said to her, I go, look, I can't cook.
Here's... Shh. You're trying really hard.
I can't cook.
He's trying to keep me from saying things nice. When I got here, I had told... He didn't really know how little I had been eating till I got here. And so when he got here, he was like, well, what are you willing to eat? And I go, well, I'm willing to eat anything, just not a lot of it. And the first night he fixed spaghetti sauce, and he goes, how much do you want? And I go, 1/8 of a bowl. And he went...
And I mean, it's just like a bowl, like that big, and like that. I mean, it was like more of a crock than a bowl. I mean, it was small.
And he goes, well, you got to eat more than this. And I said, well, I don't want a lot of carbs. And I will tell you, he's totally rearranged and adjusted his cooking for my diet. And I appreciated that a lot.
Well, it's been my pleasure. But I'm circling back around.
Yes, because you don't like somebody being really nice to you.
Well,
You haven't fixed. We haven't had rice. You don't eat rice.
no,
in anything
I mean,
anymore?
I've stopped making red beans and rice because the red beans are full of carbs and the rice are even more full of carbs. And
I did taste it though.
it was good.
It was very good.
I made a gumbo, but without roux. So every Cajun will tell you it's not gumbo. It was soup, but it was gumbo inspired.
But
gumbo,
it was very good.
and gumbo flavored. But again, way fewer carbs.
But I'm still losing a couple pounds every week.
Yeah.
And it's not like we exercise.
Well, we talk about exercising, and so like verbally, we get a lot of jaw motions going. So that's got to burn something, right?
Well, you know what? If the dog's getting fat and we've gotten fat, maybe we all should take a walk.
Well, we're not getting fat. We're losing weight. It's her that's got the problem.
I know, but see, you can't just keep pointing the finger at her.
I can. You know what? As soon as prices come down, she's getting on Ozempic. That's okay. Just don't write letters. That's not true.
Don't send us emails. Oh, you know what I forgot to cover?
Well, I'm halfway through a thought.
I forgot. Oh no, I did talk about Janet, right? And what we're gonna do with Janet?
With
Oh,
making
the
Pooch's
Pooch
corner?
Corner?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Ah, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't forget that.
So Renee with her wheel, right? Her wheel, and she's spinning it this entire like 4,000-mile trip as we're going.
It wasn't 4,000.
The one, yeah, no, it was. We went up to Michigan, then over to West Virginia, and then to Toccoa, Georgia, and then we dipped down
into
to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yeah, we were all over the place.
That was the only trip I've ever slept on. I slept coming home from Fort Lauderdale.
Is that when I heard?
Yeah. That's when you hired Antonio. I take a little nap and I wake up when we have an intern.
Yeah, I heard an intern while she was sleeping. Anywho, so once
You have a glow about you.
So once she was here, and I started altering my cooking, and I cooked every day. Cooked breakfast every
And that
day.
was July 16th,
Yeah.
17th.
So July, August, into September, and so I'm cooking every day. And she's like,
Every day. And when I say he cooks every day, breakfast always. We have amazing omelets every morning. They're always different, but always so very good. What?
So no, Joanne Altman Hensley said, "I'm sorry you have no room to decide about girl power. Nope, not you." Meaning me.
See, Joanne.
I think this girl power thing, it's just annoying.
Is it really? I would be really, really careful. It's lovely, isn't it?
No, there's
And
very few
aren't
things.
you embracing it?
No, there's very few things you can see. Here's the deal: when you're in a relationship, see,
Yes, please. The man who's been divorced 5 times.
Right.
Tell us
No,
about relationships.
we have a friendship and we have a partnership,
Right.
and they're both wildly strong, and they're the best things, relationship-wise, I've ever had in my life. But it's not a romantic relationship; it's a partnership.
Oh,
it's a
you're
friendship.
right about that.
So I have a little bit more freedom to say that girl power doesn't have to exist in
You
all things all
really
the time,
do.
always.
Because
do.
maybe you don't know who brings you your coffee every morning. And
You are getting ever closer
to being scared of that, right?
to a count from 3 backwards to 1 and a crystal ball in your future.
Well, at least you can do that now because remember you fixed that. So that I wouldn't do that at your shows.
I actually did, didn't
Yeah. That's the only way I can watch the videos anymore. Don't you remember that?
Yeah, fuck. So anyway, so after cooking every day for like 2 months, right? So we get in the car and we're driving to Michigan, and there's just crappy food on the road, like the fast food this and fast food that. And so I stopped for gas, and I said, "Do you want anything?" Because they had like a Hardee's or something attached to the gas station.
Arby's.
Arby's, and she goes, "No, I just maybe I don't know, maybe like a cheesy cracker." So I came back with
That. By the way, you guys have been watching us on these podcasts since May. Do I sound like that?
Oh my God! Like if they close their eyes. So I come back with 3 packs of cheesy crackers because I'm that kind of guy. One that was just cheesy crackers, one that was cheese.
First of all, once again, I'm going to be nice to you, and you have no idea why I don't want to be right now, but I'm going to be because I'm going to tell the truth. It was like a bag of crackers. He bought me every kind of cracker they had in there that had cheese or peanut butter in it.
Or a combination.
Yes.
So she opens up a pack, and she's eating them begrudgingly because, again, she really is low carb to the point of no carb. And she's very serious about it, and she's been really, really motivated and has done an amazing job.
I had never stuck to a plan like this, like I had with this.
So with that, she takes a bite of this cheesy cracker, and as her eyes roll back in her head, And as she writhes in the passenger seat of our fleet car, she says, and I'll quote now, "That's the best thing I've had in my mouth in 6 months."
Yep. What does that tell everybody?
And
Go ahead.
I said, "Wait, what?" And she goes, "That's the best thing I've had in my mouth in six." I think at that point it had been 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, roughly. Oh, 7 months.
7 months.
Okay.
Best thing I've had in my mouth in 7 months.
And I
It,
go,
it was because I was doing it by weeks then. I knew how many weeks.
and I'm like, you know, I've been cooking for you. And she's like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been cooking for you like every day." She goes, "But you only cook like once or twice." I go, "What?" She goes, "You've only cooked like a couple times." I go,
No, it was a couple weeks. I said it's only been a couple weeks.
I'm like, "Dude, it's been over 2 months. I've been cooking for you for over 2 months." And a cheesy, like a Nabisco cheesy cracker is the best thing you've put in your mouth in over 7 months. And I've been cooking,
It seemed. Let me tell you something. I was so drunk on that.
this has been a language.
Well, you started it, and you know what? You know I was in a bad mood earlier today. You know.
What?
I was in a crappy mood. But
Man.
I want you to know I found the answer to my question. So I'm not in a bad mood anymore.
Did you have a magic 8 ball?
No. No. No, but my question's answered now.
All right. Did you roll some dice?
Kind of in my head.
Okay.
The answer presented
The answer, my
itself
friend,
is blowing in the wind.
the answer is blowing.
In the wind.
This show is not for Gen Zers. I'm quite convinced. Oh my God! So Antonio,
Oh, please.
the
Not, I can't. I cannot anymore today. You know, it's one thing that I have to listen to him try to talk while I'm formulating letters. But they don't even show up half the time.
No, they're not responsible.
No.
I mean, I don't even mind saying that because I know they would never watch our podcast,
No, what?
so they're not going to know.
They don't
but-
listen to us here.
Yeah, but to hear, and I'm generalizing. I get it, but to hear a stereotypical Gen Zer talk, you just have to hope for the best. Like, you almost want like sort of someone who's one generation up from Gen Z who can sort of do translations for you, where they can sort of dip down into the Gen Z and then dip up and.
I'm not doing it anymore.
It's horrible.
We couldn't even find them at the parade.
Oh my God, we were gonna actually, and I would have bought them, you know, like a Coke or something, but they were nowhere to be found.
I think they were out drinking too.
Gen Zers.
Yeah, and then they're like, tomorrow's Wednesday, right, guys? Are we working? We're like, you're interns. You can work when you want to, but we're working.
I swear, like, so this was a conversation I had with, because we went to parade on Saturday, and Sherry goes, "Man, that parade was fire," and then Antonio goes, "It slapped." I'm like, all right. I have no idea what that even means. It's fire, I guess I can sort of.
I can't do it anymore. I'm too old for that. Who all we got? I see a bunch of people loading up.
Nikki, Adam Schmidt.
Ah, hey Adam, how you doing?
Okay, Kim Norfolkins, Kim Corseed, Kim Current.
That's Kim
Evening,
Curran.
sorry, I'm late. That's from Kim.
Hey Kim, Kim volunteers at PAWS.
Oh, Mike Peters. I think from Antonio. He said I almost needed a translator for his post. Yeah, join the club.
Oh, let me just tell you something, because I'm the one that usually is at the computer and I spend the day working. I'm either talking to clients or trying to cultivate clients, right? I check social media and I go, what in the hell is going on? And I look at Flip and I go, what did you write on social media? And he went, nothing. I go, oh, you got to come on here. Did you let Antonio write it? And he goes, well, no.
Here's the thing. I mean, I think for me, it's a little bit easier to navigate because they do a fair amount of like remote work. So they're not here a lot, but even just like phone calls and texts, and then when they are here, like just interactions, it's hard. Like I don't get the vernacular.
No, and it's funny because he actually fired Antonio's sister.
No, I did not. No.
Well, somebody here did.
Antonio has a sister, Antonia, and I thought it'd be really fun to have them because I was going to call them the Wonder Twins, right?
Yeah, so he's got a name for somebody, and they're going to work in the office and make us crazy.
So Antonio was let go. Antonio, not exactly a team player family-wise, decided to stick around. So now I call Antonio and Sherry the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, Sherry is a very sweet girl. But she's like, Renee, I'm happy to write those marketing letters for you. Don't touch the computer. Do not touch. And
Well, you didn't even give her a chance to like write a sample one so you could critique it.
Did you see the post she put on Facebook?
Okay, well, there's that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, well, don't. You better be careful because she wanted to be in social media. She wanted to do our social media.
Well, again, and so I found, and maybe
She wanted to do
Yeah.
our social media.
yeah, okay, that
All these people,
yeah.
they be going, what the hell? What kind of crack are they smoking?
Yeah.
They can't do social media.
Actually, and yet still, like they know how to communicate to their age group. Where I mean, let's be honest, we're not grabbing a lot of 20-year-olds that are gonna.
I'm not. You can go to prison for that.
No, 20 is still it's creepy, but it's legal.
Okay.
I think.
I'd check on that if I were you.
No, I think like 18 and over is okay. 21 and over is for drinking. So 18 and over is like business in the front.
What?
21 like party in the back.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that meant by that.
I don't know what you did either.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Let's see. Naniki, late 2. Okay. So, Janet Schultz, 2 nights in a row.
Hey, Janet. We were talking about you earlier. Because of some internet problems, we were not able to complete the video interview with you and Storm for Pooch's Corner. We'll probably have that on next week. Janet gave some very valuable information. And I thought about your buddy Jeff Clark, who does all the rescue.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
also Holly Janine. She would be all about the girl power.
Absolutely. No, she'd be all about the dog power.
Yeah, but also the girl power. You'd be screwed there too. So,
When's the last time you heard boy power? It doesn't exist.
that's absolutely correct. You guys have none. Three, two, one.
Amateur.
See, the ones that have seen his show are going, oh my God, she does that really well. When he does the hypnosis, he does that a lot.
Well, because I want people to when the bit ends.
You want them to get.
If you haven't seen my show before, like the show that I do, we do a great show together. It's a lot of fun. Kim, my husband is sitting next to me cracking up. That's very nice.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody's getting some entertainment value out of this.
Girl power.
Girl power, that's right.
I like okay. Wonder Twins. So with
Your hiring sucks.
I
man.
have not. I have not had a good track record.
No, so let me tell you about his show, because this is another place where he's going to let me down on and not do that right either. Because he goes, oh, I have an NK show, blah, blah, blah. I remembered him for 35 years. He's a master at not only the hypnosis, but at comedy hypnosis. He's also a wonderful human being in the way he treats the volunteers. But in order for hypnosis to be successful, one of the things you have to do is you have to be consistent. You have to have a solid way of doing the hypnosis. He is so solid that I remembered him for 35 years. And then before I ever sent him the email, I watched a bunch of the videos that he had online. So by the time he returned my phone call, I had 3, 2, 1 down to a science. Did you not almost fall off the recliner again the first time I did that?
I
Cannot confirm or deny.
cannot confirm it.
Because he did it. Because I had watched the videos so much because I was putting together the promo material and everything. You're amazing. Your show is amazing. And I'm not going to let you downplay that.
All I was going to say was you're right about being consistent and having sort of a rhythm to your voice. And so I'll set up a scenario with the volunteers, and then I'll have them open up their eyes, and hopefully it'll play out in a way that'll be interesting and fun. Non-scripted, I have no idea what's going to be said or how it's going to be done. But when it comes to an end, you want them to close their eyes back down to almost kind of reset.
Right.
So, you know,
But
okay,
here's
that was great.
the problem.
I'm going to get 3 back as 1. Reach one, let your eyes close back down. You go 3, 2,
1.
and then I set up the next thing to do.
1. But here was the problem. I have never been a good sleeper, so right after Flip and I reconnected a year ago, Flip sent me an audio for sleeping, which apparently I'm really good at.
Great at.
With the audio.
Award-winning.
Yeah, here's the problem. He does that 3, 2, 1 in that video or audio a lot. Don't you? Or do you? No.
No.
But anyway, as soon as you hear that, you start to go to sleep. Correct? Am I?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah. So, and the reason I don't know what the audio says is because I've never heard it all the way through. And why is that, Flip?
true. By design.
Because I'm already out like a light. So anyway, I get here, and one of the things is we were going to put sound and light cues together. I was going to do that. While he's performing, I would be doing the sound and light cues. But little Mr. Snotty Pants that night, he's on one end of the couch. I'm on the other making notes, apparently.
I remember that night vividly.
And all of a sudden, I said something which I thought was extremely clever. And we're watching videos, and he's telling me which cues he wants. And I said something really funny, and he goes, I hope you don't mind, but I feel like being kind of serious about this, which made me laugh even harder.
Well, her comment came out like she was on a combination of Dilaudid and Novocaine. So it may have been one of the most clever, interesting, funny things ever, but I couldn't understand a word you were saying. But you were giggling like you were high as a kite.
Well, that's because why?
Because you were high as a kite.
Because every time you were going, and then I'll go 3, 2, 1, and you bring the house lights down. Every time he was saying 3, 2, 1, I was going deeper into hypnosis.
I had not connected those dots.
Yeah.
By the way,
I was so far in that night.
Kim, I would love to get you that audio. Joanne, I've been coming to my shows. She said to my shows for 20 years. How nice is that?
Wow, that's very nice.
It's really nice.
Hey, Kim, do me a favor. Send me your email, and I will get that to you. That audio to you. I love it. I still use it. As a matter of fact, if some of you don't know, I'll just tell you right now. If you don't, You don't mind me telling?
This is unscripted. I have no idea what you're going to say, but I throw caution to the wind.
Okay. Um, I have been having a lot of dental surgery done, and the first time in a long time, I had started the surgery. But one of the things we discovered was all of a sudden I had developed an allergy to anesthesia. So, me thinking I now knew everything about hypnosis because I talked to you for a week on the telephone, so I thought I knew everything, took my little sleep audio to my oral surgeon and said, I don't need anything. I'm going to use this. By the way, also I had the shingles in my mouth at the same time, so I couldn't use Novocaine. And it took me a couple of hours to convince the dentist to go ahead and use the hypnosis.
But again,
Which
bear
you
in mind,
did.
this was a sleep audio. It wasn't a pain audio. It wasn't a surgery audio. It wasn't a dentist audio. It was just for snoozing.
And the first surgery, I think it was 2 hours, and I did fine. Did absolutely fine. And the oral surgeon couldn't believe it. So I tell him about it, and he loses it because he's like,
It's not designed for that.
and I go, really? Because it worked really well. I thought it seemed to work okay for me. And then one day, he was really weird. All of a sudden, he was way too busy to talk to me on the phone. Do you remember that
Yeah,
day?
we would normally talk several times throughout the day, and
Hours on
and for
end.
hours at a time. And so one day she's calling. I'm like, hey, I've been doing something that's time sensitive, and I don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of time sensitive. And I was probably a bit terse, and I didn't mean to be, but I was under the gun because I gave myself a self-imposed deadline.
Yeah, because I had surgery the next morning.
You gave me an unwittingly, unknowing deadline.
And I go, wow, okay. But then he gave me the real one. And I have so far sat under 4.5 hours of oral surgery with nothing but the hypnosis.
Yeah.
And for anybody that doesn't believe in it, you're barking up at the wrong tree if you're talking to me. Kim, I will tell you if you're open.
Real quick, Naniki has also said, me too, please.
Oh, yes. All you guys have to do is send me your email addresses. I will be thrilled to send you the audio.
Rocky Smith, and I'm not sure if this was a D joke or not, but said that microphone is in a conspicuous spot, just FYI, with some...
Oh, it's that kind of joke. Rocky Smith is one of my very oldest and dearest buddies. He's been to a few of my shows, and you may not be aware of this since you haven't seen me for a long time, but I'm the queen of the D jokes.
I bet you are. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to stand... I'm going to have to stand up here for a moment, because... the way I'm seated,
The hostages.
the seam of my shorts has taken part of me hostage, and it looks like they have pantyhose over their head and they're going to rob a convenience store.
Well, whatever floats your boat.
I mean, this whole part of my body's like, give us all your money. That's not Asian. That's like the pantyhose where you can't really tell their facial expressions are all pulled. Anyway,
I'm red for you. Look at my face.
talk amongst yourselves.
Look. See, you should have stuck with the Tabasco pants.
I made a big mistake with these cooking shorts.
Is my face red?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
can't really tell. Yeah.
But I will tell you this: the SWAT team has come in to rescue the hostages, and everybody
Well, we're
got out
happy for
safely.
you.
I would love to tell you I'm kidding. I am absolutely not. For a bit, I thought Renee had a walker cane in her lap. Oh, not a bit, as in like a comedic bit. Joanne thought you had a walker or a cane in your lap because it was the microphones.
Oh. Oh, yeah, no.
We normally have the cameras in a little bit different position, so the microphones are more hidden. And I'm just going to fess up today. I was a little bit lazy with the setup, and I didn't put things
Yeah,
exactly.
he has dealt with me being in a bad mood all day.
So
I have not been fun.
I didn't put everything where it belonged, and now it looks like either feebality or a D joke.
Either one's okay.
Yeah, either way. I think that's it for now. The microphone is in a conspicuous spot. Got it. I think we're caught up.
Okay, so anybody that wants the sleep audio, you can send it to me through. Oh, you know what? Normally I would say it's on the YouTube.
Right.
But if you private message me through either one of the Facebooks that you're on, because they're
Or we'll do the easiest email address. Effing adorable. Right?
okay.
So FING ADORABLE, effing adorable, at proton, which is PROTON.me. That's our email address. You can email, and then that works too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, my dear friend LaDonna. Good evening.
Hey, LaDonna. I love LaDonna.
She's
Yeah,
delightful.
I see
Absolutely
her.
delightful.
She comes on my page a lot too.
Absolutely delightful.
I like her. We got good people,
Yeah, no doubt.
and I appreciate that my friends have embraced Flip and that your friends have embraced
And
me.
vice versa.
That's why I said, and your friends have embraced me. That would have been vice
Vice
versa. See.
Also, if you want, and I'm just there's a sleep audio. There's also a relaxation audio. You can get either or both or neither. Already sent to Renee on Facebook Messenger.
Ah,
That's
cool.
Naniki.
I will get it to you. I will get it to you. If not tonight, I'm really tired tonight, so I may go right to bed after the podcast as soon as he puts on some god awful Transformer thing.
No, it's going to be Star Trek. We're watching the. Here's what's interesting. I grew up on the original Star Trek with William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelly. That's Kirk, Bones, and Spock. And as I'm rewatching the episodes now on whatever cable channel it is, I realize that I really, really like the series, but I don't like any of the episodes. The episodes are horrible. They're horrible.
Yep, maybe you haven't seen me with my eyes closed.
Did you figure out I wasn't fooling you about Fat Tuesday? That's from Joanne. Wasn't fooling.
Oh yeah, Fat Tuesday and
Oh, Fat Thursday.
Thursday,
Yeah.
yeah.
We didn't know about Fat Thursday. That was
we
brand new on us.
we didn't know about that.
Kim says I'll send you mine after the podcast. I had never
Okay.
heard of what is Fat Thursday again, because she had mentioned that.
Fat Thursday is Italian or Polish.
I think
believe
Polish.
she said.
I think it's a Polish thing.
I think she said Italian and Polish.
Oh, both?
I think. I don't know.
Well, I've had the blood flow to my brain slowed down because of the hostage situation. I'm still recovering.
Okay. Apparently, they've been hostages a lot lately. A lot.
I'm recovering.
For somebody taking brain pills, you're not doing so hot.
Oh, Laura Shaw Arant. Arant? What?
And he takes pills for his brain.
Wait,
Go figure.
Laura Shaw.
Hi, Laura. Yeah.
What's that?
She's from Wilmington. Just leave her alone. Let her
No,
be.
what's the last name? Arant.
Aren't.
I was close.
Aran.
I was giving her last name Flair. I was making you the French. She's French.
See, I tried to give stuff flair, and I watched the horror on your face. Like Rumble, I tried to make it sound like something else.
Well, no, there's a difference between giving something an interesting accent.
And changing its composition.
Yeah, she's like, because we're also,
We're horrible with names
So
and stuff.
we're podcasting live frequently on 2 Facebook pages and also on YouTube.
Right.
And then we repost on Spotify and iHeart.
And when he says we, he does all of that because if he didn't, you wouldn't see us at all because I would have the phones and the computer up against the wall.
Yeah.
You talk about hostages. I'd be taking some hostages.
So one of the recent ones that we've added that I was trying to ignore that comment.
I know, but I got a little chuckle out of it. Did you notice that?
I did.
That's pretty good. I haven't chuckled much today, but I'm chuckling.
Yeah,
now.
you had a better night, so that's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Maybe it's doing the podcast.
I hope. I think.
Mhm.
So one of the recent platforms we've added our podcast to has been Rumble. It's been Rumble.
See, you had a hard time with it right
Well, just
there
for
too.
a second. So,
See,
like every time
it's
Renee
not-
talks about it, she's like, and you can find our podcast on Grinder. Like, what?
And tell them what Grinder is. They may not know what it
If
is.
you don't know what Grinder is, you look it up. Polish Italy holiday, same as Fat Tuesday, only the Thursday before the Thursday before.
And what
Fat-
did she say? She said it was Polish and Italian, right?
Yes, but girl power. So anyway, she's like, we're on Grinder. I'm like, we are not on Grinder. She's like, we just got on Grinder. We are not now, nor will we ever be on Grinder. She's like, well, what are we on? I go, Rumble. Yeah, that's what same thing.
It's like a fighter.
That's what I said.
That's a fighter thing. A fighter grinding it out or Rumble. That's how I remember it.
I'll be on Rumble. I'm not going to be on Grinder.
So, by the way, if you guys watch or listen to podcasts on any of those, what do you call them? Not venues. Any
What?
of those. What do you call where all of our podcasts are?
The platforms?
Platforms. That if you're on any of those platforms and you want to listen to our podcast, please go and listen there. We're trying to build up. We don't know what we're doing. Why do we?
Well,
even pretend
Joanne
like
asked
we
an
are?
interesting question. She's like, why aren't the interns doing that for you? Which is a good question, and I'll be honest. I don't know that I'm comfortable enough to trust them to do it right or to do it in a timely fashion.
See, originally, this, and Joanne, I don't know if you heard this part, but I took one nap in over, we've driven 20,000 miles, right?
Together, yes, since July.
Together since July. In the one time I took a 2-hour nap, I woke up and we had an intern because he decided to take it upon himself to hire somebody over the phone.
I thought it would be more helpful, and is more helpful in theory than it's so far turned out to be.
Well, and I didn't have to interview him.
Well, I don't think you would have said yes.
Oh, because what I wanted the interns for was the younger crowd to take over doing our social media.
Yeah, but
But
then they
I-
would use terms like slap and fire or whatever that.
Yeah, and then our friends who are the ones that watch us would be going,
What the hell are they talking about?
they're on crack. They would go, you know what would happen? Holly, Janine, or Joanne, or any one of my friends, Kim or any of them would go, oh my God, look what they wrote. There must be carbon monoxide poisoning in the house, and the SWAT team would be busting down our door.
By the way, LaDonna said this is true between Rumble and Grinder. Very different fights. Very different kind of fights. True. And then Joanne, one more thing I'll just say. They eat ice cream filled donuts and fatty stuff on Fat Thursday.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure you all do, but if you don't, so Mardi Gras is not just a day, it's a season. There's parades in New Orleans probably for about a month. Here in Lafayette, on and off, not as many, not nearly as many, but for like 2 weeks roughly. And then Fat Tuesday, the last day of Mardi Gras, is the day before Ash Wednesday. And so there's sort of a kind of a religious, probably more than just sort of, a religious tie-in where you get to be sort of little bit crazy and get a little bit drunk and eat some bad food.
And he's taking me out. If you guys saw my picture that I posted of the little edible king cake.
Oh,
Did you
that's
see-
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. Obviously not a breech baby.
No. Yeah, it was.
No, was it?
The in the cake,
I don't think it was breech.
it was absolutely breech. It was upright.
Oh, that's right. It was
Yeah.
upright. Yeah, it was breech.
So, a king cake is from Mardi Gras, and the colors on it are the colors to mimic gold, frankincense, and myrrh, right? Which is green, yellow, and purple.
Yes.
Okay, and so the way it works is there's different kinds of king cakes, and it depends on which bakery you go to, but it's the same basic principle. And in the day, they used to have a little plastic baby that the baker would stick one per king cake. But then I guess people started choking on them, or maybe they don't
And then
choke on them.
suing.
But yeah, we live in a much more litigious society, so now when people choke on the baby Jesus,
I thought you were going to choke on litigious. I was pretty proud of you crossing over that one.
I know I just want to show my chops. So when
Well, you might as well, because you've talked about the hostages. You might as well talk about your chops.
So when they choke on the baby Jesus, then they go ahead and they get an attorney and they sue the baker. So now, oh, by the way, if you didn't choke, but if you had this slice of cake that had the baby in it, what that would signify is that you had to buy the next cake. So, but it's the baby Jesus, I believe. So anyway, now bakers, what they do is they still bake the king cakes, and then they stick the baby, but they stick it outside the cake where you can
Where
see it.
you can.
And then you can either just hand it to someone like, oh, you have to buy the next one. Or if you slide it somewhere in the cake yourself, if someone chokes, they're not liable. But then Ash Wednesday is when all the people that went through this debauchery, at least potentially, for like a few days to a few weeks, they really clean up their act from Ash Wednesday through and including, I think, Easter Sunday. So there you go. There's the history.
And we didn't do anything. We didn't debauch her, and we're not going to Ash Wednesday.
Well, you know, it's funny because we don't drink, and it's not that we can't or won't drink. We just don't happen to, and we don't eat gluttonously.
One of us doesn't drink anymore.
Well, I drank too.
Yeah, but
I wasn't a pro. I mean, I was always in the.
Oh, I think I managed pro
I was
status.
in the amateur ranks.
Yeah, I think I was a pro, and I don't drink. I didn't stop drinking because I had a drinking problem.
No, you stopped
I
drinking
had
because
a-
you stopped doing shows.
Yeah, I stopped. I quit working.
By the way, I'm going to show you. Not that anybody cares. I know you don't. This isn't just me being stupid. I'm going to show you these shorts because this will be the last time you'll be seeing these during a podcast. I'm going back to my comfy shorts and my Tabasco pants.
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable.
Wow.
You see?
All right.
Well, that brought the podcast to a screeching halt.
Didn't it? What are you gonna do about it?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't I dare what?
What you going to do about it? Oh, no, that's not the line. I thought you were going to mock me with one of my own lines from my show.
No,
Okay,
I know which one you.
go ahead. So anyway,
No. Now you done screwed up and accused me of stuff I wasn't gonna
I didn't
do.
accuse you. I said I thought you were going to. You did
I
not.
know. I would never do that.
I appreciate it.
No, I would.
So for those,
But when I stopped working, I stopped drinking. The only time I really drank was when I was working. But we're back at work again. You know how I know?
No.
Because we'll be doing shows
oh well, yeah. Oh yeah, we've got shows coming up.
in just a couple weeks.
Again, real quick, not whatever. The Twisted Oak in Dade City, Florida, and that's on March 5th. And then at the Firehouse Cultural Center in Ruskin, Florida, that's the 6th. And then I'm doing a show in Fort Myers, and that's on the 8th, and that's a private show. And then,
But if any of you are in Fort Myers, I will be coming with him to that show, and I will let you guys know. Maybe we can go have coffee or something before the show. Or
Jimmy Leonard, you weren't in Ohio. Maybe you'll be in Florida.
yeah,
Was that right? Right?
right.
Because I said we ought to come out and have coffee. He's like, it's 2,000 miles away. I don't think I'm making
Yeah.
the commute. All right.
He's going to be close to here at a air show too. No, you know what? When we are at Winter Haven at the Historic Ritz.
Yeah.
Is it the
Yeah, Winter Haven's the historic Ritz,
Ritz and Arcadia at the
which is the opera, Heard
Heard
Opera.
Opera House. Jimmy's going to be in Lakeland at the air show.
Oh, wow.
So that's not far away. We can hook up with Jimmy during that.
And we
And
mean,
I
we
don't
mean that
mean hook
in
up.
a coffee sense.
Yeah, in the coffee.
And coffee is not a euphemism. It's
Not
actually,
for me. We don't know what you're doing anymore.
well, you know what? I may, while we're in Florida, see if I can't find me some Cafe Cubano.
As long as I get to hear the girls laugh at you when you say it, I don't care.
By the way, I know I shouldn't be reading everything, but Joanne had something not that nice to say, and I'm not even sure what it was in reference to, but holy shit, explains why he's had 5 wives.
You know what that is in reference to? I can tell you. Every freaking thing you've said up to now is pretty much the reason you wind up getting divorced.
Well, that's not completely true. I mean, there's other factors. Been other factors. I've made some bad choices. It's you know what it is? I've made bad choices. That's all. Made bad choices.
I know. I was just kidding you.
We've had a partnership and a friendship longer than 3 of my marriages. Come on. You know what? You blink your eyes and it would be longer than 4 of my marriages. Blink your eyes. So anyway, she was referring to my hiring ability, the hiring of the interns. Yeah. I only hired Antonio. I did not hire Sherry.
No, I hired
was your
Sherry
And
because
she's-
I needed somebody.
And she's not much better. She's not much better.
She's better on the days when she's here by herself without Antonio.
She's not much better.
Still better than Antonio.
Antonio's a mess. That's true. Anyway, so what do you want? We want to talk about more stuff, or you want to go ahead and?
I don't care. I'm up. How long's it gonna? I don't see you getting a lot of help with this tonight.
No, that's all right.
The breaking down
I'll
stuff.
take care of all that. I'll do it.
No, I'm just kidding you. When do I not help you?
Well, not never. You have not never helped.
Oh dear God, we're gonna need a translator for you
No,
now.
that's a double negative. That means you always help.
Okay.
We're not dead yet.
Yeah, well, he's laughing because I think we told you last night, we've decided we're calling our tour the We're Not Dead Yet. Because we're dealing with, basically when I say I'm dealing with these young guys booking rooms and clubs, and they're like, well, you guys do not have all the cool stuff like the younger comics. And so one day I said to him, we're not dead yet.
Yeah, it seems like it's disappointing Gen Zers that we're not.
Yeah.
But we're not, and too damn bad.
Yes, but the other day I went to make one of because I've embraced using AI to make some flyers, and I think I've made some beautiful ones.
They've been lovely. They've been nice.
And this one was in particularly beautiful for the We're Not Dead Yet tour. And I accidentally, apparently, said we're not dead yet.
Which I loved and wanted to keep. And she's like, no, because it's bad grammar. I'm like, yeah, but it's funny. We're comics. Because as opposed to the double negative, like we're not dead, I was going to try to sell it like we're not dead. Like really emphasizing. Like we're really...
Yeah, the only problem, you weren't going to travel with each and every one of those posters.
I was sending good thoughts.
By the way, I'd like to shout out to my friend Tim Custis.
I love Tim Custis.
He is giving you a ration of crap because of your injury from the little tambourine girl. Because I don't know if you guys have been watching long enough that you saw him with his black eye when we first started podcasting. That was way back then.
Yeah, well, I accidentally,
We had done a fake weather video.
and I accidentally sprayed Renee in the face and the upper chestal area with the kitchen hose. A number
Very
of times.
simple instructions. He goes, I don't want to spray you with the hose. I go, it's going to be so much funnier if you spray me than me spraying you. And he goes, he acted. And when I say acted, he's so full of crap. It was acting. Where he goes, I'm uncomfortable doing that. And I said, no, I don't
wasn't
care.
acting. I was dead serious. By the way, so
Yeah.
the way the video ran was we decided I was going to.
It's on. They can go to YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, they can go to our YouTube
So
channel.
I was going to be in the studio and I was going to throw it to the reporter out in the weather, and then she was going to do a roving reporter kind of a weather report.
So here's the deal. I told them, as long as you don't hit me below here, and don't spray me in the face, you know. So you
okay,
got,
look at the strike zone. Look at the strike zone. Okay,
it's a sprayer on a sink at 2 feet away. It
No, it was
wasn't
not
like
2
you
feet.
were in the next room.
It was about 4 feet away, and she gave me a strike zone about here.
That's
About like
ladies.
that.
That's a man saying how far away it was.
No,
It was this far
oh,
away.
that's not even a fib. Okay, like I wanted to be nice. Oh, that's gonna fib. That's a lie. That is an out and out lie.
So here's the funny thing. He soaked me. It was hysterically funny. If you turn it to the videos on YouTube, I can't stop laughing.
It was it was fun to make and it was funny to watch.
But all of my friends who had not gotten to know him yet and not known some changes I've made in my life.
So real quick, my people, especially on the West Coast, whether it's everything being west of like the Mississippi River, whatever, Texas, Arizona, you know what? Like you've never seen Renee probably, and you don't know that she has had a reputation of being a ball buster. She takes no prisoners and puts up with nothing from no one. And
Yeah,
that's her
people don't
reputation.
yell at me at shows because I yell back. Plus, in a prior life, I carried a handgun.
She didn't take crap from no one.
I didn't have to take crap from anybody. So anyway, all of my friends are like, "Oh my God, she's gonna kill him. She'll hurt him." And of course, I wouldn't have done that. I'm a very kind, gentle soul.
As it turns out, and very many people did not necessarily know that, but she can put on a gruff exterior when she chooses to.
And if you want to be mean to animals or children, I will come, choke you out, and then burn your village.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm pretty nice. I wasn't upset. I wasn't really upset because she sprayed me.
Strike zone. Like that. Like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is not even true. It was there.
I wish they were there.
Well, I didn't want to.
I'm just saying, back in the day, but gravity has not been kind.
I didn't want to like kind of roll up on you.
I'm just saying. If you wonder what our live show is going to be like, I kind of think it's going to be like this.
Probably.
It's sad and pathetic. But anyway, so we thought it would be funny because I was getting text messages from all these people going, please don't hurt him.
But they weren't kidding. Like it
No,
wasn't
they
tongue-in-cheek.
were like,
It wasn't tongue in cheek.
please don't kill him. And I'm like, they think I'm going to kill you. And he goes, well, you wouldn't do that, would you? And I go, well,
So anyway,
maybe, whatever. And then we got an idea. He and I are dangerous in the house during the day together.
we've got some free time.
And we have squirrels, the pet squirrels that jump on those little wheels.
Oh yeah.
And then we come up with an idea. So his idea was, give me a black eye. I go, all right. And he goes, with makeup.
So, and it wasn't overdone. It didn't look like real cartoonish or Hollywood. I mean, it looked like.
Yeah.
So I got on the next podcast in person
With glasses. Oh, please, can I do the impression? I'd like to apologize, as he pulls down the glasses and goes like this, to Renee for spraying her in the face.
inadvertently.
And I want you to know that no, she did not do this to me. I accidentally, repeatedly banged, fell. My face fell into the door. We thought it was hysterical, did we not?
I felt bad, and I felt like an apology was forthcoming.
So we're thinking this is hysterical.
By the way, the weather video, we got so much hate comments from people like, you're not a real weatherman. It's like, really?
Yeah, really? You're going to report on a hurricane? You're not even a real weatherman. He had on a jacket with no shirt. Come on, idiot.
I was going to wear nipple clamps, but I thought that was over the top.
And we're back to Grinder. And we're back to Grinder. You wonder why I keep bringing it up, because you keep saying stuff.
But it was weird that everybody's like, you're not a real weatherman. And
we're like, did you guys not see the funny?
Don't make fun of hurricanes and shut up.
Yeah, we're like, whatever. And I had come up with the idea, remember, for the third one.
Yep.
And it was going to be a barn burner.
Or, as the interns say, it was going to be fire.
Yeah, they're not helping with it.
No.
But now we're just like, we got to do a lot of setting up for those videos is a lot of work. And once again, I'm going to tell you, if you want to see, I showed the behind the scenes to a couple of our videos where I just set up a camera way far away, and it'll show you all the cameras and everything we used to set up to do one of those videos.
And it's silly. It's like about 3 minutes silly videos, roughly.
Well, it takes us that long.
No, it takes us half a day to actually do
it.
But
do
the video,
video.
when it's all edited down, it's like 3 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, because you were waiting for me to fall in that one. That was taking forever. Woo. You, on the other hand, came right out of that recliner.
That was ugly. Ugly. Anyway, I'm going to go here in a minute because, I don't know,
All right. I'll take the podcast from here.
Want to do that? I triple dog dare you.
All right. Show of hands. Anybody want to stay here with me by myself?
Well, nobody's going to respond no. That'd be mean.
Well, they could just log off.
Well, what else? Okay, what else do you want to talk about here?
Actually, no. I'm good. You didn't want to stay on this long tonight. And we didn't know we were going to have this much fun. Because just to be real honest, I haven't been pleasant to live with today. I had a decision to make. And in the middle of the podcast, I decided what it was.
In the middle of the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just thought you told me because that was a break in the action where you told. I didn't realize you actually made the decision right then and there.
I made the decision right then and there.
Really? By the way, if you think to yourself, I don't know what Renee is talking about. I don't either. None of the information that's been going on in the noodle has been shared. So all I know is there was a decision to be made, and now I know it's been made.
It's been made. And I confess, and I'll confess to our friends and our family, I was not fun to be around today.
Well, you weren't unpleasant to be around. You just weren't your jovial, happy, goofy self.
Yeah, I was not feeling good. And when I got a hard decision to make, I don't like making it, but I got it done.
All right.
So.
Well, with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and wind this down. We did a podcast yesterday because it was our 1 year anniversary. But on average, we podcast Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. And then Arizona, half the year it's Mountain, half the year it's Pacific because they don't do daylight savings. We're usually on an hour and a half-ish, something like that. Let's see, LaDonna.
My people are Eastern time.
Yep, well, mine are some Eastern, but not all. LaDonna, I love you too, and I wish you both the best.
Oh, thanks. That is
Very
so
nice.
sweet.
So you can find us all the places we've talked. Spotify. We're not on Grindr. Don't go looking for. Go on Grindr if you want, but just don't go looking for us. We're not there.
If it would have been, I'd have been uploading the podcast, which would have really disappointed.
Rumble.
Right until you got describing the hostages, we'd have lost a lot of.
Part of the reason why I'm ready to end the podcast, I want to change shorts.
I know why. I knew why you were. I figured that you had to pee again.
No, no. I feel like there's a boa constrictor that's holding the boys hostage.
Well, why did you put on
I
your
don't-
cooking pants?
I don't know. These are great standing pants. They're not great.
These are that we're going to Costco.
Yeah,
or
I'm
your
cooking.
cooking pants. And I saw you come out with these, and I'm like, all right.
I was trying to be all professional.
Right up until you.
Oh, Rochelle Ham.
Oh, Rochelle. Rochelle was a woman that I helped get started in comedy.
No way.
Yeah. Good lady. Real good lady.
Was that recently or a while back? Or a long
No,
time
this
ago,
is
or-
well, everything seems like a long time to me. A long time ago.
Okay.
Who,
Oh, Bash. Bash.
who's your packy?
By the way, we'll say it again, Bash. I'm not saying this to kiss your ass. We already talked about it. But the Twisted Oak, March 5th in Dade City, Florida. We're going to be there. We're going to be performing. I think we're very close to sold out.
I believe so. I think he said we had like 8 seats to sell out. And interesting, Bash is one of the really good guys in the business. And him and a guy, if you were on last night, you heard us talking to a guy. I call him, his name is Ed, but he's known around the comedy circle as the Possum Man. Ed, the Possum Man, Bash, and I go back 25 years.
It's a good long while.
25 to 30 years. You're the only one that's been around longer than them. And Bash just thinks you're a pretty boy. That's what he said.
You know, is Bash going to be in Dade City at the?
Oh, of course he'll be there. It's his room. He books it.
All right. Well, you know what? Maybe we're going to live stream that show from Grindr. We're going to.
You know what? I think we might just do some live streaming from that show.
On Grindr.
No, not on Grindr. I'm not going on Grindr. I've been accused of being a gay man a lot, and I don't need that.
Oddly enough, I have not been.
Yeah, no. But anyway, back to closing this sucker out.
He says I'm blushing. I am not.
Yeah, you have it.
No, it's the lighting.
No.
No, I mean I know when my cheeks are warm, or whatever.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right.
No.
What do I know? I don't
You know what? I was out in the sun today with the dog because she's on a new high-calorie burning exercise regime. She's got to cut weight. We're going back on the road. I'm getting little doggy ankle weights so she can. Anyway, it's been great talking.
Wait till you see where I have an idea of where to put the doggy weights.
There is actually a fetish item that does just that.
Go figure. See, here's the deal. You guys can ask any fetish questions, anything you want of both of us. One of us is going to go, I don't know. And one of us is going to go, let me tell you, here's how you do it and here's what it does. And guess which one is the one who knows what it does and everything else. And then guess which one is the sweet one.
Well, just so you know, I fully admit I know things.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of which, I meant to tell you this before the podcast started, and I forgot. There's a pet company on TikTok that would like us to consider being ambassadors.
Another one, really?
Another one, yeah.
We really are getting out of here. Thanks for the time. Good night. Good night, LaDonna. Thank you
Good
for
night. Thank
stopping
you.
in.
You guys, we really do appreciate you. This is the high point of our week. Outside of each other and the occasional intern showing up. You guys are our friends and our family, and we're really glad you're here, and we appreciate you.
We do indeed. So you know what? Because that's a lovely note to end on, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
You know where to find us, and if you don't, you'll figure it out. Anybody that wants the audios, please send me a Facebook message.
relaxation and or sleeping better.
Yes, or how about smoke it?
Oh, you know what? Let's offer whatever. Stop smoking. Control your weight.
And if you
Oh,
don't,
stress management.
yeah, and if you don't get the audio from Flip, I'll send you mine. 3, 2.
You're horrible.
I'm a terrible person.
Thank you, Flip and Renee, for plugging dadecity.yu. Oh, Dade City, you are great, but it's all spaced out.
Wow.
Thank you.
So are you, Bash. We're doing everything for you because you're a great guy.
We want to sell it, and if we do, and you want to add another show, just let us know. We're there. Anyway.
We're there anyway.
Yep. So with that said, what are we gonna do?
We are gonna go. We're out of here.
Out, bitches. Thanks. It's always been fun. It continued to be fun. Nothing but fun. Bye.